Good morning, welcome. Hi, my name is Kelly, and this is Maxwell, my friend. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for showing up this morning. Live streaming here in Brentwood, Tennessee. So, the class, let me tell you about the class. Not much to talk about except for just wanted to say that we're going after it. Let's work up a sweat and then we'll slow down for a supported bridge. So get a block if you have a block or a very thick book, something that's, solid. And we'll do some twists to finish on our back and happy baby. And then we'll be done. So 30 minutes flow. So let's get started. Standing. Starting with standing, Maxwell. All right, so reach your arms up and stretch overhead. Big stretch, look up at your hands. Spread your fingers, flutter your fingers. And then let's lean over to the right, reaching your arms. So both arms together this time. Feel the side body stretch. Inhale and reach. And now lean over the opposite way. Reach those arms straight and look up towards the ceiling. Soften your knees. And then inhale and reach up. And now let's lean over and grab your wrist and just do a slight tug or pull. Feel the side body stretch. Good. And then lift up. Let's change sides. Grab your wrist and pull over. Leaning. Softening the knees. Inhale and reach. And then another variation of a side lean, reach the hand down towards the side of the leg and reach the opposite arm up and over. Good. Turning your chin towards the ceiling. Then inhale, let's change sides. Reach up and over. Opposite hand goes down towards that heel. And the opposite arm up and over your ear. Lean over. Good. Now, inhale, reach both arms up. Grab your hips. And we're going to fold. So pick your toes up and set them down. Shift the weight in both feet equally. So holding your hips, I'm going to have you gaze forward and lean all the way over, hinging from the hips. And then at a certain point, your head drops and look through the legs. Relax the neck. Bring your hands to your shins. Lengthen your head forward. When you lengthen your head forward, bend your left knee and straighten your right leg. And then fold over the straight leg. Feel that hamstring stretch, just enough to feel your hamstring in the back of your leg. Now, lengthen the head forward, flat back. Bend your right knee and straighten your left leg, and then fold over the right leg, or towards that right leg. Feel the hamstring, glute. Now straighten both legs, lengthen the head forward, and then exhale, fold. Inhale, standing tall with a flat back. All the way up, core strength to lift you up. All right, so now I'm going to come to the front of my mat. Let's do the same thing again. Inhale, reach up, grab your hips, feet separated hip width, fold over, hold your hips the whole time. Feel the tilting of the pelvis, hinging forward, and then lower the head. Straighten the right leg and bend the left knee, lengthening half lift, then fold over the straight leg. So the straight leg being your right leg. Hold on, Maxwell. You have to wait for a minute. We're stretching our hamstrings. Now lengthen the head forward. Straighten the left leg, bend the right knee, and fold towards the left leg, the straight leg. Should feel super good here. Now bend both knees and look forward, half lift. Exhale, plant your hands. Step back to plank. Everyone hold plank right here. Press into the hands. Yes, abs contracted. Pull in your front ribs. Look between the thumbs. Shift forward, lower down, elbows into your body. And put your chin on the floor. And put the top of the feet on the floor. Now put the forehead down on the mat. Palms reach to the sides. Palms facing up. Lift your head, lift your chin. Gazing slightly forward, lift the thighs. Salambhasana, our locust pose. Shalambhasana, our locust pose. Reach those arms. Good. Now lower down. Slide your hands on the mat. Thumbs reaching or beside the floater ribs. So you have 2 floater ribs. Press into your feet. Elbows draw in. Lift up cobra. Look forward. Relax the shoulders. Now tuck your toes. Downward facing dog. Excellent. In downward facing dog, we're going to hold this for a moment and pedal your heels or walk your heels right and left. Hi, Maxwell. Press your hands into the floor, fingers gripping the sticky mat. Now look forward and step your feet to your hands. So stay up on the balls of your feet, walking it in all the way. Lengthen your head forward. Then exhale, fold. Inhale, stand tall with a flat back. Bring it up. Palms together, little back bend. Then exhale, your hands to your hips. Roll your shoulders back. Inhale, chair pose. So standing or in a slight squat position, reaching the arms up, but pull your shoulders back, chest up, pull in your front ribs. There's your your core engagement. There's some work, right? All right, so now shift your weight into your left foot and lift up your right knee and pull it in. Set your right foot down. Bend the knees, chair pose, looking forward. And now press into your right foot, lift up your left knee all the way. And then set that down, chair pose. Lift up your right knee, up. And then chair pose again. Lift up the left, balancing. How's it going today, right? All right, set your foot down, chair pose. Just like we did before, folding over. You can grab your hips if you want to. So straighten the legs, shift forward. Lengthen your head forward. Bend your right knee and straighten the left leg. Fold over the left leg with the right knee bent. Inhale, half lift. Bend the left knee, straighten the right leg as you lift up halfway. And then exhale and fold over the right leg. Feel that right hip, that right glute stretching nicely. Now look forward, lengthen the head. Half lift. Exhale, plant your hands. Step back to plank. And go ahead and lower down to the mat, coming to Salambhasana, or locust pose. Palms facing or turning up towards the ceiling. Lift the legs, lift the shoulders away from the floor. Squeeze the legs or the thighs, looking forward. Then exhale, plant your hands. Cobra pose. Thumbs to your floater ribs, looking forward. Exhale, downward facing dog. Good. Take another breath in and look forward. Bend your knees. Lengthening the head forward. Exhale and fold. Inhale, chair pose. So we'll do that sequence again and do each move on a breath. Inhale, lift up your right knee. Exhale, chair. Inhale, lift your left knee. Exhale, chair. Right side again. Inhale, right knee up. Flex your foot. Exhale, chair pose. Weight in your heels. Inhale, left leg. Exhale, chair. And then fold forward, fold over the legs. Lengthen the head forward. Plant your hands, step back to plank. Lower down to the mat. Shalabhasana, locust pose. Lift the arms, lift the legs. Try to have the thighs clear the floor maybe. Exhale. Hands at your sides. Draw your elbows in. Cobra pose. Exhale, downward facing dog. One breath. Inhale, look forward, bend your knees. Step or float to your hands. Lengthening your head forward. Exhale, fold. Inhale, chair. One more time. Lower down. Inhale, lift your right leg up. Exhale, chair. Pull your front ribs in. Lift up your knee. Inhale, chair pose. And lift up the right. Chair pose. Exhale, lift your knee, left knee, and sink, set it down, chair pose, and fold over. Lengthen your head forward, plant your hands, and step back to plank. Lower down as you exhale. Shalabhasana, locust pose, inhale. Strengthening the back body, exhale. Cobra. Press your hands into the floor. Pull your navel away from the floor. Tuck your toes. Downward facing dog. This time, step your feet in closer towards your hands so you have a short downward facing dog. Lift up onto your right fingertips. Reach your right hand for the outside of your left ankle. Kind of draw yourself underneath. You can also just place your hand on the floor and kind of pull against the floor, press against the floor to turn. But if you can reach for your ankle and turn your body underneath. Twisting, downward facing dog. Good. Now look forward between the thumbs, place your hand, and then lift up, changing sides. So left fingers, and start to slide the hand out, reach for your ankle, and then turn the body. Press into your hand, breathe in, breathe out. Then let that go. Set your hand on the floor. Look forward and walk your feet to your hands. Lengthen your head forward. Exhale, fold. Inhale, chair pose right here. Then lift up your right knee all the way up. Pull it up. Exhale, set that down. Inhale, chair. Lift your left knee up. Balancing. Chair. Do that again on each side. Right knee up from chair pose. Flex your foot. And then come to chair. And then left side. Lift it up. Looking forward. Exhale. Chair. Fold over. Lengthen your head forward. And step your legs back to plank. Hold. Right here. Now lift your, hover the right leg. So toes hovering over the mat, abs contracted, pull in your front ribs, press into your hands, your fingers. Set that down. Now lift the left. Hover. Good. Straight leg. Set that down. Right leg again. Lift up, hover. Set it down. And then left, hover. Set that down. Shift forward, lower down to the mat. Locust pose. Lift up your chest, legs away from the floor. Looking forward. Shoulders relax away from the ears. Exhale, hands to your side. Pull your elbows in, cobra pose. Then exhale, downward facing dog. Step your feet in closer. So a twist. Lift up onto your right fingertips. Reach your right hand for your left ankle. And gently just kind of pull slightly, giving your body a twist. Good. Inhaling. And then exhaling, hand to the floor. Push your hand in, the right hand in, lift onto the left fingertips. Reach for your ankle and turn, looking out to the side. Hi, Maxwell. Hi. Good. Now place your hand down. Beautiful job. Step your feet to your hands. Lengthen your head forward. Then exhale, fold. Inhale and stand tall. Reach up, big stretch. All right, so let's do eagle pose. So stretching your hips and then your shoulders. So follow me. Okay, so here, chair pose again, so that whenever you squat down lower, you can lift your leg and bring it over the other leg. So I've got my right leg over the left, sink down, then bring your right arm underneath your left arm. And you can circle your arms around, pull your abs in, and then maybe you can pick your toes up and squeeze your legs into each other. And then maybe you can get the toes behind the calf and make those adjustments, sink down your hips. Little quivering happening, little shaking, it's okay. Point your forearms forward. There's the back of your shoulders stretching nicely. Hips on the outside. Breathe. So we're going to practice balancing. Stand up, but lift that right knee up, just like we did in chair pose. Knee all the way up. Now bring the right leg back and set it behind you in a lunge position or crescent lunge. Reach the elbows forward, forearms forward, straighten the back leg. Now bring the elbows down and touch the left knee. Inhale, lift up. And try to gaze up, a little lean back, and then tap your elbows to your thigh again or your knee, and then lift up. Do that again. So stretching the flexors, the hips, while moving. One more time. Good. Now lift up. Open up your arms to the sides. Bring them down. Shift forward, lift, warrior three. Leg out, tip your head forward. Then start to lift up. Place your foot on the floor. Inhale and reach up. Let's do the other side. So bring your arms down. Chair pose. So you can lift your leg up and over the other leg. So my left leg, get your balance. Left leg on the other side. So I've got my toes touching down over there, kind of like a kickstand. Then bring your left arm underneath your right. Circle your hands around, your arms around. Point your forearms forward. Sink down more. Good. Lift your toes. Squeeze those legs into each other. Maybe you can get the toes hooked behind the calf. Reaching the forearms or the elbows. Little quivering, little movement. It's okay. It's how you learn. Just working at or practicing as you hold. Now, so balancing that right foot, lift up your left knee all the way up, lift it up, and then bring it back behind you. Find the floor. There it is. Inhale, reach your elbows forward, your forearms forward, lifting the triceps, abs in, shoulders relaxed. All these points. Tap the elbows towards the forward knee. So elbows to the right knee, and then lift up. Good. Balancing, you guys. Come on. In this lunge position. One more. Actually, two more. Keep your balance. One more. And then lift up. Open up your arms. Release those shoulders. So balancing now, taking a point of contact off of the ground. Lifting up the left leg. Right leg standing. Balance. Shift your chest forward. Lift that leg up behind you. Beautiful. Now bring your foot in. Inhale, reach up. Excellent. And then bend your knees, sit on the floor, reach your hands forward. Legs out, grab your block, and then lower down on the mat all the way. Grab your block, place the block underneath your sacrum. So underneath the hips, but more oriented, centering up under the sacrum. If it's not placed correctly, you'll know. Lift the right leg up, straight. Lower the right leg. Heel comes to the floor. Then left leg up and lower that leg. Stretching the front of your hips, pull your front ribs in or your back towards the floor. Palms on the mat. You can pull your shoulders in towards each other and close your eyes, 3 breaths. Short bridge pose. Then slide your feet onto the floor. Lift up your hips, move the block. And then bring your feet up. Arms on the inside, happy baby pose. We'll do supine pigeon in a moment. Shifting your weight side to side or your legs side to side. Maybe you can go further over and know that you're going to be able to pick yourself back up and come to your back again. Hi, Maxwell. Up and over. And then hold. Cross your ankles and roll up. So you can stay on your back and do ankle on knee if coming into pigeon pose is a difficult pose for you. Otherwise, come to face your mat. Lift up into plank. Bring the right leg underneath you. Knee to your elbow. Knee to your wrist. Then shift. Bring the left leg back. Put the foot on the floor behind you. Right, press into that foot. Look forward. Inhaling. And then exhaling. Breathe in. And breathe out. Stay up here on your hands. Lift up just slightly, then lift up your right foot. So just hold it right there. Point your toes up. Inhaling. And exhaling. Set your foot down. Put the top of your foot down again, and then come down to your forearms. Hands on the floor. Watch that foot over there on the other side, that it doesn't sickle or drop out. You want to have your heel pointing up by pressing into your big toe. That's keeps your foot straight. Then put down your forearms and then your forehead on the mat. Reaching your arms, stretching the chest, the shoulders. So your head is just lightly touching the floor. Try not to allow too much weight. Protecting the neck. Press the leg underneath you into the floor. Feel that right glute, right hip stretching. That leg underneath you. So about a minute hold right here, concentrating or bringing your focus to your breath to find stillness. And then start to press into the forearms. Walk this in, look forward, and just shift your weight into the right hip and sweep the left leg forward. Place your right foot on the inner thigh of your left leg, and then turn towards the leg that's extended straight. Press your calf down into the floor, and then make sure your heel is down so you're not hyperextending through the knee. Bring your right hand on the outside of your leg, or the floor, or your foot. Flat back. So my opposite knee is bent, and it's just reaching towards the floor, pressing down. pull yourself in towards that leg a little bit more so your belly lines up over the forward thigh. And maybe you can lower down further and maybe bring your nose to your knee. Is that possible? And as you inhale, lift up, and we're going to sweep that leg back. So leaning over, hands on the floor, come up onto your hands, lift up the right leg, three-limb dog, straighten and bend your leg. Lower that. Left leg up, bring the knee behind the ankle. I said it again. The knee behind the wrist. Knee on the floor, top of the foot on the floor. Look back, see that leg is straight. Press into your toes. And look forward. Now let's do a quad stretch. So just point your toes toward the ceiling. Don't grab the foot, just hold right here. Active stretch. Squeeze. So contracting the hamstring and stretching the flexors and quad on that right side. And then set the foot down. And then come down to your forearms. Very nice. And then, if you will, bring your forehead down to your block or your fists stacked or head to the mat. And just hang out here for a moment. Tuck your toes into the floor and breathe. Take another deep breath in and lift up and sit on your left hip. Sweep the right leg forward. Place your left foot on the inner thigh and sit up tall. And then look across, look down the leg. Turn your body towards that right leg and reach your hand on the outside of your leg, the floor or the foot. Breathe. And then breathe out. Lower down towards the leg with a flat back. Inhaling, and then exhaling. Breathe in, and breathe out. On your next inhale, lift up and seated on your mat, you have completed your 30-minute practice. Bring your hands to your heart. And the edge of the thumbs to between the brow, the mind's eye, the third eye. Making a connection with yourselves, feeling gratitude for just showing up for this kind of practice. Bring the edge of your hands to your heart. Feeling grateful for not only the enrichment of your physical body, but your mental strength and all. I bow my practice to you. Thank you. Namaste. Thank you. See you soon.